All right, sorry about that, guys. I tried to clear a notification off my phone and cut the whole live session off, and so I apologize for that. And so, if you are back with me, go ahead and type replay in the comments if you are watching the replay, and go ahead and type live if you're watching the live session with me here right now. And so, for the new people who have joined us recently, I am Amanda Bryant, and I am a career coach and professional resume writer. I've been doing this for the past 15 years, showing people how to get new high paying jobs. And so, when I first started out in human resources, I was showing people how to, select the right job that was a good fit for them, and that sort of thing. And about 3 years ago, I went full time as a full time business owner, as a career coach back in 2017, and showing people how to find new high paying jobs on a consistent basis. Hi, Virginia, how are you? Thank you for joining me. Hi, Paula, how are you? And so, yeah, I really love what I do for the simple fact that I get a chance to make an impact on people's lives. When you don't have the income that you need in order to get it, because, support your family, is what I'm trying to say. You fall into this not only job search depression, but also just, being depressed in general. And so I was once in that situation, and I didn't want anyone else to have to go through that. So I decided to go full time with it. Not only has it been rewarding career for me, but also for the people that I'm able to help, get the results that they want in their career. And so a lot of people um, come to me and ask me, how are so many people right now actually getting jobs, even though we're in a pandemic and things like that. And so one of the things that I want you guys to know, that when there's something going on in the economy or something like that, and there's a situation where a lot of job seekers are not looking for a new high paying job, that's actually the perfect time for you to actually look for one, because so many people aren't, and that will help your resume actually get into the hiring managers. That's a lot quicker because so many people are not actually applying for those jobs. And so, yeah, and so you want to put yourself in a position where you can give yourself leverage in your job search, as far as like networking is concerned. And so, really quick, I want to talk about, because I saw it in this group, since we are growing. I want to talk about like spammers and things like that. So if you see anyone that's like posting like telegrams posts, trying to get you to click on a link and that sort of thing, you can report that post to me in the group, or you can send me a message and I'll jump in and delete it. The bigger this group gets, the bigger this group actually gets, the more we're going to need like moderators and things like that. And so if you're interested in being a volunteer for this private community, um, if you're interested in being a volunteer for this private community, you can go ahead and send me a message about that as well. I just want to point that out, to be mindful of spammers. They are alive and well, and so just be mindful of them. Yeah, so you want to stay connected with recruiters and hiring managers while you are on your job search. And so if recruiters and hiring managers are on a LinkedIn looking for people, you should be on LinkedIn looking for them as well. And so stay connected on a consistent basis. You don't want to be in a position where you need a job and you're just reaching out to a recruiter specifically, and you're just looking out to a recruiter specifically because you need a job right now. You should be communicating with recruiters on a consistent basis. And so walk them through on a that's what I walk them through how to do, how to communicate, with a recruiter, hiring managers, exactly what you should say to them and in what situations. Hi, Charmaine, how are you? Thank you for joining me here. And so, what you should say to them on a consistent basis, verbatim. And so, you should know exactly where you stand as a job applicant. Um, you should know where you stand at all times, is what I'm trying to say. And so you want to stay committed to your career goals anyway. If you're looking for a job during a pandemic or during a holiday season, like we will be in very soon, when a lot of people, again, they stop looking for jobs. And so that's when you really want to look, because that will give you the opportunity to actually get your resume in front of the right people that you want to get them in front of. And so you want to stay committed to your career goals anyway. And so this is something that I could have even, stopped doing what I was doing, because a lot of people were being laid off from their jobs. There was a bunch of challenges about you being able to find a job, and that sort of thing. So stay committed to your career goals. And if I could just think about what if I would have stopped, I wouldn't have had 7 different people contact me that were clients last week just to tell me that they actually landed new jobs. So stay committed to your career goals, and also take responsibility for the results that you actually get in your job, in your job search. And so the people that actually get results in their job search, they are the ones that are earning, between $100,000 and $400,000 per year, mainly because they are taking responsibility for, the results that they actually get. They are reaching out, they're getting the support that they need to actually have a proven process in place for them in order to tailor their resume to that job description. And to tailor their resume to that job description, to know where to look for, that job, and things like that. So and so that's one of the things that, being a martial artist had also taught me as well. You get out of working out or doing martial arts, what you put into it. And so the same thing goes with your job search as well. And so if this makes sense to you guys, do let me know down in the comments below. And if there's something else that you want to hear me talk about, if you have a question that you want answered, go ahead and let me know down in the comments below, or you can also post it in the group or send me a private message. And so with the private messages, I do get a ton of them, and I do give priority to my clients during business hours. I haven't had anyone, take advantage of that time. When I'm not working, I am with family and friends, or even, caring for my mom. And so, but you can send me a message and I will get back to you within 24 to 48 hours. And so I will be happy to figure out what it is that you need, help you figure out what it is that you need, and help you put a strategy together to actually get there. And so one of the main things that I want you to know is that you should make sure that you have a mentor, and understand that mentor-mentee relationship is not for, you to build a friendship, but a lot of clients that I work with, we end up being friends anyway. But to mainly understand that mentor-mentee professional relationship, as you go forward with your job search and search for a mentor to help you on your job search. And so you want to understand that you need a support system that's going to support you on your career journey. You can fall into an information overload just by doing a quick Google search on trying to answer your question about how to find a new job. And there's a ton of information out there, but what you will find is you need a specific step-by-step process that you need to follow. And so that's what I can help you with. And so just going quickly back to number 1 is to stay connected to recruiters and hiring managers while you are on your job search. And number 2, stay committed to your career goals regardless of what's going on in the world. And take responsibility for the results that you do get in your job search. And then also number 3 is to get a mentor and understand that mentor-mentee relationship. And so number 4 is going to be to give yourself permission to fail. And so you're going to fail. There are going to be situations where you won't get the responses that you want in your job search. There are going to be situations where you won't, you're going to get blacklisted, like I did when I was applying for jobs online. I applied for, a bunch of different jobs at the same company, and end up getting in a situation where I wasn't able to get, the responses that I wanted. And so, let me see, is someone trying to I don't know what that is. Let me see here. Is someone trying to join in live? That would be cool. Let me see something here. Let me see if it will tell me what's going on. All right, I don't see it. I can only see that on my phone, and I don't know what that is. So I don't want to push it, and then it cuts the live off or something like that. But I'll check into it after this. Let me try to take a screenshot so I can remember what it is. All right, and so yeah, so you're gonna be in situations where you actually fail in your job search and things like that, and recruiters are not going to respond to you. You're not going to be able to get the responses that you want. Maybe you wrote a resume for your dream position and you really wish that you could have got that response, and you try to apply to 10 other jobs within that same company. It happens. It happened to me, and it happens to a lot of people. And so when you actually write a resume that's actually going to work for you, you will end up getting the response that you want, and actually getting the chance to actually the opportunity to interview with that company. So um, and so, what else about, failure and things like that? You just want to pick yourself back up and learn from those mistakes. And as you continue to move forwards with your job search, there are going to be situations where a lot of things that happen in your job search are not necessarily going to be your fault. When it comes to a recruiter not responding, or when it comes to a recruiter not responding, or you really not knowing what you should do in your situation. Because, like I stated before, there's a lot of information out there that you could you can do a quick Google search on trying to answer a question for yourself and get a ton of different answers for it, and it might not be the answer that you need. And so that's what I do, is make sure that you have that step-by-step process that you need in order to get the job that you want. And so if you haven't And so, if you haven't been getting the responses that you want, another resource that you could check out is on the YouTube channel on youtube.com/, ABcareerMatch. And just a little bit here, if it hasn't already, in just about an hour here, we're going to be premiering a new video on the YouTube channel that's going to talk about if you were fired from your job. And so, a lot of people were laid off. I was getting that question a lot, but a lot of people were actually laid off from their job. They resigned from their job, from different family situations, and and things like that. And the main thing to remember when you are laid off from a position is that 9 times out of 10 is probably not your fault. And so that's what I show you how to do. I show you how to overcome those gaps in your employment history, and all of those good things as well. And so it was one other thing I wanted to talk to you about. One of my clients recently reached back out to me to let me know. I don't know if you saw his story or not, to let me know that after we rewrote his resume, he was actually able to get the response that he wants. So he went back and reapplied for that job that he didn't get previously. And so if you're in a situation like that, and your resume is not up to par, you haven't been tailoring your resume to each job description, take a second to actually tailor your resume to that specific job before you actually apply for it again. And so if there's anything that you guys want to talk about here in this private community, go ahead and share it in the group. What experiences have you had so far with your job search? What challenges were you able to overcome? What mistakes did you make that you can share with other people here in this community? We'd love to hear your job search stories, and I look forward to continue to support you guys. And so if you know anyone that can benefit from anything that I've sharing here in this private community, make sure that you invite them over to join us. And so just a quick recap from today on how my clients are able to get the responses that they want during this global pandemic is number one, stay connected. so that you won't have to, try to force yourself to build a relationship with a recruiter that you really don't know. You should already be connected in building that relationship with a clear and step-by-step process that you should follow to communicate with them. And then for number two is you want to stay committed to your career goals and take responsibility for your job search results. So that you will be in a position where you are earning between $100,000 and $400,000 per year. Also, remember that your accomplishments and the things that you've accomplished in your career is the product that you are selling to that actual company. And so when you become a client of mine, you actually end up having options too as far as what type of jobs you want to actually apply for. And so you start getting all kinds of responses to your resume, and you'll get to decide what company you actually want to work for, interview with, and all that good stuff. And so, number three is to get a mentor and understand that mentor mentee professional relationship, and follow up with your mentor at least every 30 days. And number four is going to be to give yourself permission to fail, even if you have not been tailoring your resume to each specific job. And so I'm going to jump off of here for now, and I'll catch you guys down in the comments below. Let's say, well, it reads request to be in your broadcast. All right, so let me just hit share here.